It's time for Caribbean News, covering current events from around the world, regionally and locally, with Sean Garrity on this station. It's news the Caribbean can use. And now, the details. Guyana's prosperity must be shared with all, says President Ali. Guyana's President Dr. Ifraan Ali says living in Guyana must be prosperous for everyone. In a message to mark the month of Ramadan, the holiest month of the Islamic calendar, Ali told the nation that Guyana's newfound prosperity must be shared with all. In the message to Guyanese at home, in the diaspora, and Muslims across the world, the president said Ramadan is also a time to reflect on the great gifts our Creator has bestowed upon us and use those gifts for our upliftment and for the common good of all humanity. The president said Guyana is perched for sustained prosperity, but our material wealth must be matched with an overflowing spirit of generosity. Otherwise, we'll be rich in possessions but poor in spirit. We must neither be a rich nation with poor people, nor a nation of rich people who are wanting in generosity. Colombian man pleads not guilty to conspiring to kill Haiti's Moise. A former Colombian soldier pleaded not guilty on Monday to charges by U.S. prosecutors that he conspired to commit murder or kidnapping outside the United States in connection with the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moise. The U.S. Justice Department in January said Mario Palacios was part of a plan initially designed to kidnap Moise that evolved into an assassination plot after conspirators were unable to find a plane to take Moise out of Haiti. Palacios' attorney Alfredo Izaguirre, in a brief hearing in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida, entered the not guilty plea and later told reporters that Palacios was not aware of what was being planned. He is simply a soldier who was taken from Colombia to Haiti, said Izaguirre outside the courthouse. This was orchestrated by other people. Moise was assassinated at his residence in Port-au-Prince on July 7, 2021. He was shot 12 times.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Fantastic DJs. For all your entertainment needs, it's fantasticdjs.com.
In entertainment, Skillibeng whops London's O2 Forum. Skillibeng turned up the heat at the O2 Forum in London. The dancehall artist 25 was well received by a horde of eager British East Side fans when he hit the O2 stage. Wop Wop, his latest release, was one of the night's biggest crowd pleasers, causing the entire theater to sing along with his very controversial lyrics. This was the Crocodile Teeth artist's first performance in the UK and an evidently highly anticipated one. The DJ performed all of the hit songs from his growing catalog, including Piano, Badman, Hot, and Bad Everyday, but his breakout tracks, Brick Pump Brick and Crocodile Teeth, were the most reactive. In business, Amazon's new union demands contract talks in May. The union that Amazon.com workers recently voted to represent them has demanded the company start bargaining in early May and cease any changes to employment terms at their warehouse in the interim, according to a letter the group issued Saturday on Twitter. This report produced by Chris Dignam.
The first union of Amazon warehouse workers in history isn't wasting time. Just a day after forming, it sent a letter to the e-commerce giant demanding it begin contract negotiations next month. In the meantime, it said Amazon must, quote, cease and desist any changes to work policies at their New York City warehouse. That's according to a press release posted on Twitter late Saturday night saying, quote, workers denounce any attempt by Amazon to delay our hard-won right to bargain collectively. The union also asserted that Amazon must respect each worker's legal right to union representation during disciplinary meetings. Amazon did not immediately comment.
We want to thank Jeff Bezos for going to space, because when he was up there, we was signing people up. We was down there campaigning.
Led by union organizer Christian Smalls, some 55% of workers voted on Friday to make their Staten Island Fulfillment Center, known as JFK 8, Amazon's first unionized work site in the United States. Afterward, the second largest U.S. private employer said it may file objections before the vote is certified, based on what it called inappropriate and undue influence by the National Labor Relations Board. The vote represented a victory for U.S. organized labor and a milestone for labor advocates who for years have considered Amazon's labor practices a threat to workers.
Our modern life.
And in sports, South Africa claimed victory as Maharaj Harmer put Bangladesh in a spin. Left-arm spinner Keshav Maharaj took 7 wickets as South Africa made light work of bowling Bangladesh out for 53 in 19 overs in their second innings to claim a 220-run victory in the first test at Kingsmead on Monday. It was the lowest test innings total at Kingsmead, less than the 66 India made in 1996. Bangladesh had been set a target of 274 for the win, but resumed on 11 for 3 and were bowled out inside 55 minutes. Maharaj took 7 for 32 and fellow spinner Simon Harner 3 for 21 to complete a dominant performance for the home side, who were missing 5 first-team regulars that have opted to play in the Indian Premier League, including their entire frontline pace attack. And your Palm Beach weather: partly cloudy, a stray shower or thunderstorms is possible, a high of 84 degrees. Winds from the south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Then at night, partly cloudy with a low of 74 degrees. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And in Fort Lauderdale, partly cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorms possible, a high near 85 degrees. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now, partly cloudy skies at night with a low around 75 degrees. Winds coming from the south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean.